Naturally, I chose an athlete. Competition never matched me. We ain't go together like camouflage and polka dots. Focus on your position, just know your spot. Sure, don't stop. It's a long season. They planning on winning for the wrong reasons. Trying to get my number retired. Can't let these frauds beat us. I figured out the recipe. Never let opponents get the best of me. I'm focused on my legacy.
Big chips, man, I need that. Hustle hard on the job, you can see that. On my head is real good, we don't need your feedback. They clear the way with my crew coming through. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. What I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Now what I do? Lace up the shoes, chase W's. Yeah. The beats, leave it in the street, case on the news.
Well, the onset of fall weather, Coach, certainly a welcome occurrence for folks in Silicon Valley, and we've got football on a gorgeous day here in Santa Clara as we are situated at Levi's Stadium. A few short moments ago, these two teams made their way out of the Levi's Stadium tunnels, and the noise level in this place was deafening. They're set for football as the 49ers get ready to do battle with Cam Newton and the Carolina Panthers. Both of these teams about to reach the halfway point of this NFL season, and we're underway on EA Sports. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback. First carry for Christian McCaffrey, who made his first Pro Bowl last year. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. Give him 3 on first down. It'll set up a 2nd and 7. He's going to go for a big play downfield. And that is going to be pulled in one-handed. Wow. Touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, his 4th touchdown on the year. And they are able to strike first here on their opening drive. And his kick is no good. An inauspicious start here kicking-wise as this one stays a 6-0 game. So with the missed PAT in his rearview mirror, he goes back out to kick this one off. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 17-yard line. He'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And now off to the races down the right side. And he's going to take it in. Touchdown, San Francisco. Marquise Goodwin, 83 yards, as his guys can now take the lead with the extra point. And, Charles, I had an offensive coordinator tell me one time that they designed every play to score. I don't know how true that is, but he had to run a long way after that catch. Heck of a play.
I think that when he was telling you that, he was designing run after catch in every play. I mean, that's the only way to put it in there, and that's what we got on that one. Nice catch, an even better run for big yardage.
And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. This is Newton off the play fake to McCaffrey. They'll roll him out right. Throw right side is going to be caught by Samuel. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That's a good way to start the drive. 17 yards and a first down. One play has him up past the 40 already, and another 1st and 10.
Rush 20.
From the gun, here's Newton. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Noah Spence able to record his 5th sack of the season.
2 sacks last week, another one right here. He's been unblockable lately, and I think that goes all the way back to not just his offseason, but the film study he's been doing during the week, because I think he's found matchups that he likes, and he's capitalizing.
A few times he's even defeated double teams. He doesn't care at this point. And he'll lose yardage here, going down back at the 28. It goes as a loss of 6, and now 3rd down. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after 1st and 2nd down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
36, 38, 8. Let's go.
He's going to run, but he's got a long way to go. It'll be a 20-yard gain on the play, and that's going to make it 4th down. So on 4th down, kicking it away here, Michael Pilardi.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive.
We got to get the ball. 13.
Now a man who really stepped up last year. This is Matt Breida. And he's going to lose yardage here. Back to his own 18. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down.
Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 18-yard line.
After the loss to start out, here's 2nd and 11.
12, fellas, here we go. 21. Joker. Hey, Delta.
Snap comes at 1. Garoppolo. Into a double team, and it's intercepted. It's Shaq Thompson here with a pick. He had a little bit of the turnover bug last week. 3 interceptions. Not an absolute disaster, but another one here. Do you start to get a little worried?
You worry about your team as a whole because you have to find a way to make those interceptions, quote-unquote, go away. And that means your defense. They've got to go out there on sudden change and at least hold people to field goals. And if that keeps happening, they lose confidence in the quarterback, and then no one plays well.
Able to get 7 on that 1st down pass play. 2nd and 3. Newton going to hand it off to McCaffrey. And they'll be inside the 25 now at the 24. 4 yards the pickup, 1st down.
So many teams want to throw the ball in this situation nowadays, but I love watching a team that has enough confidence to go ahead and run the football in that situation. That's almost a tendency breaker.
Now Cam, option left. Cam fighting. He lost the football. It's out. And now the This is scooped up by the 49ers. And they are going to take over right there at the 22-yard line.
And this is where you need the quarterback to morph into being a running back. The ball can't be away from his body. It can't be loose. It can't be held like he's going to throw it. Tuck it away. Take care of it because he's going to run through a lot of traffic.
Yeah, and if he doesn't take care of it, we're going to see less design runs like that. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And following the interception, just any interception, are you a little bit more cautious when you start that next drive, or no, you just throw that out the window?
I think you are.
Oh, now Breida loses it, and it's picked up by the Panthers. And his guys are going to take over at the 21-yard line.
The psychology of the game never ceases to amaze me because you would think there would never be a fumble from what we hear from coaches all the time, right?
And how much they practice not fumbling.
Practice it, preach it, talk about it all the time. You would think no one would ever turn it over. Yet they are humans out there running around, and we just saw another one.
Opportunistic by the defense. Officially no gain on the play, and it's second down. Throwing on second down, Newton. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's second down. Those passes out that far wide always make you hold your breath a little bit. Felt like it was in the air for a while.
What it does is allows a defender to gain some ground, come from a long distance, and have a chance to affect the pass.
Gun. Great. He's checking.
Throwing on third down, Newton. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Well, you got a receiver here who's got one touchdown already in his first quarter, and they were trying to double his pleasure there. Wanted to continue to go to the guys already gotten into the end zone. But good coverage to make sure that this time it fell incomplete.
And the 10-year vet knocks it through the goalpost. And they take the lead here as it's now 9-6. So a good kick there, and they put the bow tie on it with 3 points.
And let's face it, everybody wants a touchdown. We know that. But in the NFL, defenses are awfully good. You're not going to score each and every time. Be able to knock the ball through the post and take the throw.
By the way, I said bow tie. I meant just bow. Not the tie, but yeah.
Either way.
You got it.
I just went right past it.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time they coughed it up, led to a field goal. They're fortunate that it only led to a field goal, but still, they're not happy about it.
Could you sense the relief, though, when they only gave up the field goal? And they were able to trot back out on the field and start this drive. A little more pep in their step because they didn't cost their team a touchdown. But they know they've got to do it a lot better than they did on the last possession.
The coach will just be relieved, though, if they recoup with a score here, right?
I think the coach would be ecstatic to see them pick themselves back up and now take it downfield and punch in the end zone without turning it over.
Here we go.
8 yards the gain on that last run. Here's second and a couple. Throw left side, caught by Goodwin. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
They'll try and run for it. This is Juszczyk. And he's got the first as they'll bring him down at the 28-yard line. It's a first down following a gain of 3.
Here we go. 180.
Check, check. Watch 54. Watch 54. In the face.
Six.
Mike 5-4. Mike 5-4.
Hey, Charlie.
6 man. Check curls. Check curls. Check curls. Hey, watch that.
Garoppolo now, first down throw.
Man, I got you.
That'll be complete to Breida. No gain, and it's second down.
No gain on the play. Second and 10. At
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter as they've got it with a 2nd and 10. After one, our score 9-6. And the completed pass, but for no gain, stopped right at the line, so it's 2nd and 10.
54 right there.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6. Ahead.
To throw is Garoppolo. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. Give him 14 on that one and a first down. Well, Pettis is quickly becoming the #1 receiving option for Jimmy Garoppolo. Into last year, John Lynch said that they loved the way he closed the season, really came on late. Remember, this is a guy that they traded up to get at number 44 back in 2018 out of the University of Washington.
Here we go. Black 80.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Block.
On first down, here's Breida. And he is met quickly in the backfield. Down he goes, folded like a lawn chair. Up front, the struggles continue for this offense among the line. What can they do? Change the play calling? What?
I think part of that, yes, changing some of the play calls, some screens, some draws, some misdirection. You want to run any type of a play that will influence these guys to continue to get upfield and find a way to use that against them and slip things in behind them. So some quick passes could work as well.
Here we go. 180.
Mike 5-4.
11.
We got to step it up. Slip.
Garoppolo after the fake give to Breida. Toward the left sideline, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the Pro Bowl tight end, the intended receiver, and it's 3rd down.
When you see passes knocked down by those guys I call the frustrated fullbacks, the linebackers, you know that in their zone coverage, they were able to drop, see the ball thrown, and react to it very quickly.
7th play of this drive coming up, but a long way to go on 3rd down.
Hey, Mike 7.
Mike 54. Mike 54. 65.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And he comes back with one complete. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And I know you can't really see it, but that play spells frustration with a capital F for the guys on defense. They covered everyone else, end up going to the running back out of the backfield, and he picks up a back-breaking first down.
So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. They'll run with Coleman on first down. And he'll lose yardage here. Back at the 41. Now we've got whistles and a timeout here. Yeah, it looks like we've got a 49er that's down on the field. While the training staff takes a peek, we'll take a break. Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11.
I got you.
Stay at home.
Here's Garoppolo to throw. He's going to look deep down the field. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long one way out there, but it'll be 3rd down.
Even without a ton of pressure in his face, it just shows how difficult it is to pick apart his own defense. Those guys are sitting back, and they're not playing receivers as much as they're playing the eyes of the quarterback and when he delivers the ball.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down.
Hey, Haywood. Hey, gun. 11.
A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And able to haul it in is Kittle. And he's going to get this one down to the edge of the red zone. The end result, 21 yards.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
If there was one area that the coach emphasized in our pregame meeting, it was red zone offense.
In a sense, I got from it, and I think you did as well. They weren't real happy with how they were executing previously, so they put a lot of time and effort into it because getting points is paramount. Doesn't matter what you do otherwise, don't leave the red zone without putting points on the board.
It's now 2nd and 6 at the Panthers' 16-yard line.
Following the pickup of 4, here's 2nd and 6. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete. And they'll bring him down at the 13-yard line. A gain of 4 on the play, and that's going to bring up a 3rd down.
Here we go. Wait, check. Watch it before. Hey, watch the slant. Watch the slant. Say hot. Say.
They'll try to pick this up on the ground with Breida. And across the chalk, into the end zone, it's a 49er touchdown. Matt Breida, touchdown number 15 on the year. And once again, the 49ers are back out in front. This time, the extra point up and good. And that will make this a 4-point game. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Panthers take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And after the field goal last time, we'll see what they can get here. At least they got points out of the last drive, Charles.
I've never met an offensive coach that didn't want to drive to end with a kick. Most of them wanted to end with a PAT, right? In this case, a field goal, they'll take it. Way better than the alternative, which is a punt.
Yeah, but you met fan bases that wanted that, that weren't happy with that field goal.
I haven't met a fan base yet that wants to drive to end with a kick, other than the extra point. That's it.
So one play, and they're already just shy of midfield. Now Newton forced out to his left. And he'll slide down to avoid the tackle. 13 yards, 1st down, Panthers.
Even at the age of 30, Cam says it's just a number. Still a real threat running the football. We all know about the touchdowns, but ran for 488 yards last season. That was 4th among all NFL quarterbacks. He can still tote the mail.
Back-to-back good plays have him on the move on 1st down.
20. Watch safety creep.
And with the play clock winding down, we're going to get a timeout. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this 2nd quarter. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10.
Tight down. There you go. Gun.
Here's McCaffrey. 10 yards on the pickup there, and it'll be 2nd down.
Partner, I remember a coaching friend of mine used to tell his running backs before games, make sure you run and jog with your offensive line in pregame. Get used to the ground shaking when those big behemoths start to create space for you up front. He did a pretty good job of just following those guys through there for a nice explosive run.
And he'll be a couple yards shy of the red zone here at the 22-yard line. 7 yards there and a 1st down. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. Coming up at halftime, we remind you once again that we're going to check in with Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have stats and scores from around the NFL as we reach now, hard to believe, the halfway point of the season. Time flying.
It certainly is. Time to get the sweaters out, my man.
He's going to let it go deep, and this is intercepted, but they'll say out of bounds. So very close to a turnover there in the end zone. Christian McCaffrey, last year's catch leader among running backs, the intended receiver. And that'll bring up 2nd down.
Ready? Check Mike 54. Target.
Throwing again. Newton escaping the pressure right. He's got the 1st down inside the 10. And he's all the way down to the 6-yard line. Newton able to use those legs and get past the marker to pick up the 1st. So it's 1st and goal and a great opportunity to get that lead back before the break. Cam fakes the give and keeps it. And he is going to go down. Back at the 11-yard line. D. Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. Moved back to the 10. They'll try on 2nd and goal here. Shotgun handoff now to McCaffrey. And a short pickup there down to about the 9. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. So 3rd and goal, and the 49er faithful making some noise for their defense. The shotgun snap for Newton. This is caught, and he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Panthers are once again going to retake the lead. This time, the extra point up and good. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. You're down 3 under a minute to go. How aggressive are you going to be in this spot?
Not as aggressive as I probably would want to be. Only down 3. I mean, it might as well be even going into the half. That's not a deficit that makes me want to push it.
And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And what do you think goes on here in this situation? If you got the football, you're trailing, you're back in your own territory with just a little time. Do you try something?
You're thinking about jump-starting your team, right? You just mentioned it. They're down. They're trying to get back into the game. But you got to figure If something goes wrong, you may have put yourself in a spot where you may not be able to come back in the second half. Managing risk, this is a big decision here.
Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33.
Don't get nervous now. We ain't beginning. 12, fellas. Here we go. Don't get nervous.
Right there. 54.
Hey, exit.
54, Mike.
Hey, gun.
54 is Mike. 54.
Looking to throw. Garoppolo. That's complete to a speedy wideout Goodwin. And he'll be brought down shy of the 40 at the 38-yard line. A gain of 5, good enough for the first down. A battle for it, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Trey Boston. The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. Well, what do you think? You get the ball off the turnover near the middle of the field. You take a shot here on the first play?
You know I'm big on that. I love when I have great field position. After a turnover, I feel like I might have a little bit off balance. I prefer to take a shot, but a lot of coaches will tell you, you only do it if you trust the guy who's got the football in his hands. Meaning, if it's not there, he won't force it downfield and maybe turn into an interception. He'll go to the check down, go to a second option, and go ahead and take the play that's in front of him.
The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. Time for a final kneel down or a safe run, and then they can head to the locker room with a lead.
Yeah.
And the Niners get there and bring him down. We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports.
It's in the game.
Thank you, sir. A field goal separates these two teams as we come back for this second half. Both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. Fielded about a yard deep. And he will be brought down here at about the 17-yard line.
At their own 17-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They're down here, but very much in this game. What's the tonality of a coach's talk when a game is within striking distance like this at intermission?
Typically, what they're doing is emphasizing the things that went well in the first half and wanting more of that. Sure, you've got to go over some of the errors and clean up some things because there's a reason you're down. But overall, I think they want to stay positive, stay up with this team. We're just starting the second half, and we've got the football. Let's go ahead and punch it in, and then we'll take it from there.
See how that recipe works.
21. Here we go. Hey, Zoo.
Throwing on 2nd and 8. Garoppolo. Looking right sideline, but it's incomplete. He was trying to get it to George Kittle, his tight end. But now it'll be 3rd down.
All right, that one fell incomplete there, but the best quarterbacks, they'll miss on 40% of their throws, somewhere in that neighborhood, similar to a great hitter in baseball who's going to fail 7 out of 10 times and still have a great year. In this case, you want perfection, but way better that it hits the ground instead of going to an opposite color jersey.
Right there, 54, right?
I got you.
Let's go, D, tighten up. Let's go, D, tighten up.
1, Omaha. Hey, wahoo!
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. And that will be incomplete. Well, they weren't scared to let it fly, but it falls to the ground and brings up 4th down.
You hear the calls for a penalty, but I just don't think so. I think in this situation, the defender was making sure his guy couldn't hold on to the football. So I don't see anything that warranted a flag.
No, I'm with you. There was contact, but I'm happy they kept that flag in the back pocket.
At their own 20-yard line.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. They have the lead here. Well, we talk a lot about pregame speeches. What are halftime speeches like?
For the most part, not nearly as emotional. They're a lot more clinical. Every now and then, they'll get after you if they think they need to light a fire. But in this case, let's go into the virtual locker room, because here's what I think happened. They got in there and they said, listen, let's take control right away. Defense, we've got the lead. Defense, don't give up any points. Turn the ball back over to the offense and let them go down and score and give us more of a cushion in the game. Check so far. Defense shut them down. Let's see if the offense gets done.
Now a throw out to his fullback. It's complete. And he's going to get this one across the 30-yard line. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
It's a gain of 10.
Now, that's often a surprise for the defensive guys when they see the big fella slide out of the backfield and catch the ball. Not something they usually go over in practice very often.
Now a play fake here on first down. Looking left side, that's caught by Moore. 12 more yards there and another first down.
Gain of 12. And the Panther first down.
To the set. Right to the 3. 56. Ready?
Now Cam, option left. That sends him 2 yards in the wrong direction and leads to second down.
I don't think there's any doubt that if it's me, I'd be really cautious about continuing to call this play, because you got to know, defenders, if they get a free shot at the QB, they want to take it, and they want to take it big.
And they got it there on the option play for a loss. And they get to Newton and take him down for the sack. Eric Armstead, the defensive end, will get credited for the sack.
The amount of sacks that they've absorbed in this game is absolutely extraordinary. Let's just face it. This offensive line, flat out, cannot handle this pass rush. It's been demonstrated time and time again.
Now it's Newton. Oh, incomplete. Nearly the pick they needed. They would have loved one there, but at least it does get them to fourth down. They're looking for a spark defensively. When he went for that ball, probably thought he had a chance at the pick. Now, remember, they had 2 last week in the win. Obviously losing here.
Well, you talked about looking for a spark, and the best sparks are when you make big plays for your team, and he had that opportunity there. Couldn't haul it in, but that doesn't mean they're going to back off at all. They figure if they can get one of those takeaways, they can spark their team to a win.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. And a tight game after punting last time. See if they can get something going on this drive.
As they head to the field now, with the game this close, you've got to feel there's a sense of urgency for them going on offense right now. But they have to do it without letting panic creep in and affect their play.
First play of the drive, a success, 19 yards.
I know many people like to throw to the tight end, maybe in a little flexed out position because he creates mismatches with his size. But slot receivers do the same thing with their quickness, their speed, and their route running savvy.
They go play action here on first down. That's to the right side, complete to Kittle. A good pick up there at 20 yards. Kittle last year, what a season. 1,377 receiving yards, an NFL record for tight ends en route to his first Pro Bowl. Not bad for the former 5th-round pick. I remember that game, December against Denver. He had that monster first half, 210 yards. Did not have a single catch in the second half, but still those 210 yards were just 4 yards shy of Shannon Sharp's single-game record for a tight end.
Second and 6 at the 33-yard line.
The run got 4. Now they deal with a 2nd and 6.
I got this. White. Mike 5-4. Hey, orbit. Coming to you.
Now Garoppolo. Oh, he's going to let this go for the end zone. And this is going to be intercepted. Picked up by Ross Cockrell. So now he's equaled his interception total from a week ago. Remember, Charles, he had 3 last week.
And you know, all week long he vowed to take that number down. Told the guys on the team, don't worry, things are going to pick up. I've got this. But he is in a major league rut right now. Let's see if his teammates can pick him up along the way.
You're right. He talked about being cool, calm, collective, rebounding. Not rebounding right here. It's a loss of a yard there, and now second down.
Sometimes with the running game, you've just got to stick with it. Look, it's the third quarter, no time to panic. But that also doesn't mean you just do it the same way you've been doing it the entire ball game. Maybe change up some blocking assignments or run a few different plays, but stay with the overall essence of the running game.
They try to throw on second down, but this one is incomplete. So he can't hang on, and as I watch that unfold, I remembered an expression that I've heard, maybe from you, I don't know, but you're going to get hit anyways, might as well hold on to the ball.
Well, you know a coach said that, right?
Yeah.
Not an actual player. Not a chance at all. Way easier said than done.
Great.
54 Mike.
On third down, Newton taking a shot for Samuel. It got his man complete. 20, 10, touchdown, Carolina. Curtis Samuel, 81 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead.
In order to lead in a game, you're going to get plenty of contributors, but that's his second touchdown catch of this game. He's one of the key guys in this one.
And you better believe he'll be looking for the hat trick here as this one continues to go. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. Fielded about a yard deep. And the decision to bring it out is going to cost him about 7 yards all told as he's taken down back shy of the 20. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And 3 interceptions in this game. I would have to think, I wasn't a quarterback, but number 4 is kind of, you're like, oh, man, I can't throw 4.
No, what's interesting is, what do the coaches decide to do now? Having thrown 3, do you alter your offensive strategy? Do you take the ball out of his hands and maybe turn to the running game? Or do you have that supreme confidence that he's going to turn things around?
We'll see what they do.
Hey, alert! Hey, gun! Hey, let's go! D-line, get that quarterback!
Mike's 54! Mike's 54!
On 2nd and 7, Garoppolo. And he's taken down. Back at his own 7. Dontari Poe marches in for the sack. You never want to give up a sack. From the O-line's perspective, they hate it for several reasons, especially because they felt like they let little brother down back there in the pocket.
Oh, no doubt. They have a ton of pride, and they go into every job wanting to keep that guy clean. They want that uniform with no grass stains, no dirt, nothing on it. But it's really, really difficult. You're talking about some terrific athletes who are trying to put him on the ground.
And now here's a deep shot that's complete. And they finally do get him, but not before he reaches the 27. A big play there for the Niners. 64 yards. So a slight improvement in field position, you might say, from inside their own 10 to this as they come up on first down. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Screen play, McKinnon. And inside the 20 before he's brought down. Back now here in Santa Clara. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the 4th and final quarter. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. On first down now, run with McKinnon. And stopped a few yards shy of the goal line at the 3. It's a pickup of 12. Second play in a row with a 12-yard gain. 1st and goal, and they got to be thinking a chance to get right back into this football game.
21.
Right there. 54, right there. 54, Mike.
13. Bravo.
Switch.
54.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And it's caught. And he's able to get it down to the 2-yard line. Only a yard on the completion. It's 2nd and goal.
I know most of the time when the ball's in the air, you're thinking wide receiver, tight end, but running backs, they can be a big part of any passing offense nowadays.
They come out here in the I. From the 2 now, 2nd and goal.
Come on,
12, fellas, here we go.
Check 25, check 25.
12, 12.
Mike's 59. Mike's 59.
Garoppolo to the end zone, but it's incomplete. George Kittle, the receiver that he was looking for. But now it's 3rd and goal.
Oh, my, you know that's one that he'll want to have back. I mean, they did everything right. Got the linebackers commit on the play action. He just flat out missed.
They'll try to run with Breida. And, boy, he is very close to a first down, but from where they're spotting that football, he's going to be a foot or so short. A minimal gain there on the 8th play of the drive. They run for it with Breida, and he'll take this into the end zone for a San Francisco touchdown. Matt Breida, his 2nd TD of the game and 16th on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point hugged the upright a bit, but he gets it to go. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. This is fielded at the goal line. And he's got some space here. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Carolina. Officially an even 100 yards coast to coast on the kick return. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. A big-time special teams play here in the 4th quarter to extend their lead.
And coaches preach it all the time. If you can score on special teams, your chances of winning the game really jump up in a big way. Now, I'll let our analytics friends quantify it and give us the exact numbers, but that's what coaches talk about all the time, that extra momentum, that extra bounce you get from a special team score.
I don't have any analytics friends. Those are your friends.
I'll claim them.
So let's try this again. After the kick return TD, here's yet another kickoff. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And that last drive, a long drive, but not just that. They had a great air attack going. Do they stick with that?
I would think that they would, because if they were confident enough to do it on the last drive, starting backed up in their own territory, why would you change anything? They've got to be confident about what they're presenting and continue to do so.
Yeah, because the secondary, they really look clueless.
And that was amazing because that drive went and went, no adjustments, and no big plays by the defense to knock the ball away.
Mike's 54. Strip the ball.
Garoppolo on first down. That's going to be caught. And across the chalk into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Jerick McKinnon, his 2nd touchdown on the season, as they are now just an extra point away from making this a 3-point game. Extra point was hooking, but he does make it through. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away.
The Panthers take over.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
At their own 25-yard line.
Here we go.
The Panthers out there and ready to begin their next drive. I don't want to say that they're completely against the wall here, Charles, but all of a sudden, with the run that they've been on the other sideline, this is down to a 3-point game. They got to be careful.
Not much space from their back to the wall, though. So you're exactly right. They've got to be careful here. But this is where the value of note-taking and recall comes into play. What was working earlier? Why was it working? Can you get those types of matchups again? And can you run those plays that'll get you a little bit more breathing room and a little bit of space? Well, if you do read man coverage, Brandon, the drag route's a pretty good one to run against it because you're running away from people on it.
On second down, McCaffrey gets through, and now an opening. Defenders giving chase, but I don't think they're going to get there. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Gano the extra point, and the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go.
The offense now at the line, ready for their next drive. And we have seen a lot on the scoreboard here in this quarter. So sometimes you talk to me about tendency breakers on offense. These defenses struggling. Are there tendency breakers on defense?
All defensive coordinators keep something in their hip pocket for these types of situations. What can we do to slow down the onslaught? But the biggest thing is make sure these guys encourage each other, pick themselves up, because right now it's been a really tough ball game trying to stop these offenses.
Oh, it really has, especially as of late. An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25.
Hey, team 6. Team 6. Hey, gun. Eleven. Go ahead, man.
To throw, it's Garoppolo. Pressure comes in. He's brought down. It's a Panther sack. K1 short with a sack. That's 315 pounds of man right there.
11. Hey, high 7.
On 3rd and long, it's Garoppolo. He sets to fire deep. And unable to connect. Incomplete. I'll give them credit. They took their shot, but it's going to bring up 4th down.
I remember a coach telling me a long time ago the difference between playing corner and safety in the NFL. Corner is like the Autobahn. Everybody just flying by, and these corners have been really busy in this game, although they got it done on the last play.
On the last play, yes, but there have been some good numbers put up against them offensively.
Hey, Haywood.
Garoppolo to throw for it on 4th. The tight end Kittle has it on the left side. The time to pull out the stops is now, and they convert there on 4th down. 4th down, trailing in the 4th quarter. They felt compelled to go for it, and they got it.
Well, I'd look down at my play sheet, and what I would find, plays have been successful throughout the game that have worked in the distance you need, and that's exactly what they got done.
21.
Now a play fake. Garoppolo. He's going to let this one go deep. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on 1st down, but he couldn't reel it in. Fair to say the secondary play, whichever side you're on, hasn't really been a glowing exhibition so far, but a nice job there to prevent a long completion.
I agree with you, but at some point, someone had to make a play and try and stop this exhibition of almost speed racing that we've been watching, huh?
Yeah, it has been quarterback and receiver dominated. Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. From behind, and he's going to be driven down. The man wreaking havoc there, Gerald McCoy, the D tackle. Well, that last sack, it puts Garoppolo and the 49ers in a tough spot. They face a 3rd and long. Down under 2 minutes to go in this football game. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over.
Hey, zoom.
Garoppolo going to go on 4th down. They'll find Goodwin here on the right side. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. They had to go for it with such little time remaining. And it'll be a turnover on downs. On 1st down, this is McCaffrey. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. The 1st down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Again, they run. Again, it's McCaffrey. Room here to run. The Red Sea parts, and there he goes. And he'll take this into the end zone. Touchdown, Carolina. Christian McCaffrey, 46 yards. And the Panthers, they widen their lead. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And that'll make this a 3-score game as the lead moves to 17. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They're down big here late. I don't know. You just one last drive here for pride?
Some people like to do that. I remember playing for a guy once. We were down huge, and someone said, "Coach, what do you want to call?" He just waved a hand like, "Who cares? Let's get out of here and do something some other time." But some teams like to do something at the end to feel a little bit better as they continue to move forward.
Yeah, probably just want to put this one behind them. Garoppolo to try again on second down. Oh, it's a screen pass. That's complete. And this one goes nowhere. Losing yardage back at the 22. That'll set them back with a loss of 3 on the play. And that'll make it 3rd and 13.
Here we go. 180!
Gets this one left side to Pettis. As a lineman, they are trained. You've got to stay close to home. If you're more than a yard downfield, they're going to toss that flag, and they did there. The Niners on 3rd down. 5 out of 9 thus far. This will be a tough 3rd and 18.
Go ahead.
From the gun, it's Garoppolo. And his pass is intercepted for the 4th time today. He's picked off at his own 46. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
8!
Watch by 4. Let's go, defense. Hey, man up, man up.
8!
Watch out. Check Mike 54.
Great. 8!
Whip. Watch the
And the play clock is going to run out here. They're in no hurry to get a play off. And that'll set them back 5. The offense back out there at the line, ready for their next drive. And checking the timeouts. They do have 2 defensively, but no real need to use them as they're not going to be able to stop the clock after that. It'll be a gain of 15 on the play, and it'll be 2nd and very short. That was huge after being behind the chains on 1st down to make this 2nd very manageable.
Yeah, how much pride do you have in an offense on 1st down to get that kind of yardage? Because it actually...
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. And he will take it across for a Panthers touchdown. Christian McCaffrey, 36 yards. And thanks to the interception, the Panthers offense cashes in with 6. Extra point try good by Gano. And the decision to just kick the extra point winds up successful. Gano now following the touchdown here to kick it away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. Let's just be frank. They're playing for pride at this point.
That's all that's left, because victory, not a chance now. And I can't wait to see how they actually go about doing it, because there are a lot of people watching the body language of the guys on the field now, and if they call plays they want executed, They need to do that and do it really well. Otherwise, there could be repercussions.
We'll see how they handle the waning moments of this one. Man open, it's Goodwin. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. It's a first down on a gain of 10. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Garoppolo gives to Breida. Luke Kuechly, the all-pro linebacker, in on the stop. And now we'll get a timeout here. They're able to stop it with 1 second to go in this game. They run again with Breida. And this one's going to go the wrong way. Losing yardage back at the 42. A big offensive explosion helped leading them to victory. And the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week. We'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points. Allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for Carolina, the win moves them up to 5-2 now on the year. And they will head back home next week. Meanwhile, for San Francisco, they dropped just their 2nd game so far as they fall to 5-2. And they'll try to rebound next week as they head to Glendale to take on the Cardinals. And for Charles Davis and our entire crew, I'm Brandon Gaudin. You've been watching the NFL on EA Sports.